of the friends and investors are asking like how do we check the authenticity of the land share units when you are purchasing any property from a gated community apartment. So what are all the things to check before buying land share units in the flat? That's the video I wanted to explain. So what are the land share units first? Land share units means any land if you identify it, both builder and landlord enters into some kind of mutual agreement, sort of an agreement to develop the society and construct an apartment, construct a commercial property, or construct villas, or do a gated community plots. So they'll enter into some sort of a mutual agreement, and they'll have certain timelines on it. What are the delivery timelines on how many years the builder will develop the society and hand over the units to the landlord. So frankly speaking, these landlords actually this basically in Hyderabad the land prices have very increased drastically. So that's why builders may not be able to purchase the complete land in the outright payment. So they might enter into this kind of development agreement. This is happening from last one and a half year because of the higher land prices, and many people would be getting the deals such as I have landlord units, we have landlord units. So people are confused like how do we proceed further, how do we check the authenticity? If it is from the builder, they can check the builder profile, website, previous projects, and RERA, etc. But how do you check the authenticity of the landlord units? So number one point is the RERA approval check. Any project that you are entering, you should be able to check in the RERA website that the project has received the RERA permission or not, if the project is registered in the RERA Act or not. And one more thing that you have to check is the second one is development agreement. So you need to check this is a document registered at SRO, so you can download it from the government website, or you can just it will reflect in the EC as well. So if you pay some amount, you can get the document downloaded as well if somebody is not sharing these documents. So this is executed before the permissions. Basically, as soon as I enter into any kind of an agreement, I will be doing the development agreement followed by the HMDA permissions and RERA process. So you need to check this development agreement and what sort of the development, what is the ratio between the developer and what is the ratio for the builder. And once you check this one, you need to ask for the supplement development agreement, which is also called as a sharing agreement. Means suppose for example there is an apartment where 100 flats are being constructed and landlord have allocated 40 units and builder have taken 60 units. So in the 40 units, what are all the allocation, how which block, which tower, which floor, which facing, everything should be reflected in this supplementary development agreement. When you choose any flat or unit, you have to check whether the particular unit that he is trying to sell is available in sharing agreement or not, and you have to check the latest EC to reflect that this is still under the agreement. If he sold the property, in the EC, the new buyer will come and add into the EC. So whenever somebody is proposing to, okay, I am selling some A block 1402 flat to you, so you have to check in the EC that this flat is still in the builder bucket or it has been transferred to the new person. So you have to check the sharing agreement, which is a supplement development agreement. And sometimes you have to check what are all the terms between the builder and landlords regarding TDS, regarding GST, regarding etc. You can check these terms between in sharing agreement or development agreement. Sometimes big builders like Aparna, My Home, what they instruct to the landlords is like they'll not even do a supplement agreement. They will just say that I will be allocating the so and so units to you. You have to sell only after 50-60% of the construction is done, or you have to sell only once the mortgage is released, once the final approval is there. So some builders will try to some landlords will try to collect an upfront amount and without supplement agreement, without sharing agreement, and they might say that at the time of possession I'll do the registration of the flat. So don't jump into such kind of tricky stuff, and don't just avoid such kind of deals. You have to check the sharing agreement, whether the sharing agreement is done, and have to check the terms also, NOC also. Like sometimes and then in the agreement they might say no objection certificate from the builder to sell the unit. So you have to check those terms and conditions. If such condition is there, you have to ask from the builder as well that okay, this NOC is there or not. So there are some tricky stuff here. So you have to check whether don't just tempt with the price, because the price from the builder would be around 10,000, landlord would be offering at 6,000 only. So there'll be huge differences there. 4,000 rupees, you might think that I can avoid paying the EMIs, or I can reduce the burden of buying the unit. But you have to be very sure that whether the supplement agreement happened or not, what are the rights that developer that landlord has. So these terms and conditions you have to check if it is, these should be written in the development agreement or supplementary agreement. Once these things are checked, the flat has to be registered as soon as your payment is completed. So today you are doing the payment, it has to be, the registration has to complete within a week or on the same day of the payment. So make sure all these stuff to be followed before entering into any such kind of deal. Try to avoid somebody saying that I will register after 6 months, I will register after possession, etc. Try to avoid such kind of deals. It's up to you, your own risk. Even if you want to try to enter in such kind of deals also, it's up to you based on the relationship between you and the landlord. But basic rules to follow before buying the Landshare units, hope I have covered. If you have any queries or questions, you can comment or you can reach out to us. Thank you guys.